This is the Col Collective, the Aubisque. For me, this climb, I mean, I've ridden it a few times, been lucky enough to be out in the Pyrenees quite a few times, and it always marks the beginning of the Pyrenees for me, like the gateway. You see these big, almost like redwood trees in the background. It just sets up a really good feeling, knowing that you're heading into the deep mountains. So A is for Aubisque. It's nice to sort of get a little bit of a feel for the early parts of a climb. Although it's 16 kilometers in length, the first few Ks are relatively gradual, so 4.5%, 5%. Early sections, see, it's relatively sheltered, sort of keeps you out of the wind. One-way lap of a bon. This is an early section where you can get some water. It's a little fountain, you can fill your bottles if you need to. And really it's as you go through that little one-way system, you take this right hand, is really where the climb starts properly. Gradient's going to start to pitch up a little bit more now, start to get a bit more serious. So opening out a little bit more as well. See, getting away from the valley now and into the unknown. 'Less traffic, nothing behind us, nothing in front of us. Yeah, it's still a great gradient, so pitches up a little bit after the town, and then back to sort of 4 to 5%. And it's just, there's just a lot to see. You're just like, this is super cool. I tell you, imagine climbing a mountain with a bell around your neck like that. I could probably still go faster than I do. Hey, did you see that 13% gradient sign? It looked like you were in for a downhill. They had the car pointing downwards, so don't make the mistake and think that you're going to get a downhill section. We're at 875 meters elevation with 10K to go. You'd be quite exposed to the sun, the wind, the rain, depending on what you've got. So, can't imagine there's going to be a lot more shelter now. To the summit, just over 1,200 meters now. Temperature's dropping as we'd expect, knocked a couple more degrees off. We've got 8% average gradient on this part. Even if the gradient is slightly flatter, Mother Nature can be working against you. So this looks quite steep as well, with just under 6K to go. Come around this long sweeping right, we've got quite a pitch up to 9%. And a straight road as well, so could kind of feel that you're not making as much progress as when you're sort of meandering in and out of the forest from the slopes below. 1,380 meters just passed through Jaurès. And if that's the last town before the top. So if you need to fill bottles, have something to eat, you know, just take a moment, actually enjoy the view. Get to the last few kilometers. I think the hardest part really is about three kilometers from the summit, and it pitches up to over 10%, 10–11%. It sort of just stays there for forever. But it's amazing, spectacular scenery. So whatever situation you're in, just take your time. The goal is to make it to the summit. You know, don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just, you know, pace yourself and just enjoy.